Hi everyone, Coach Eli here, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell, and then make sure you select all notifications so that way you won't miss a single thing when it comes to getting the absolute best possible, life tips, business and personal success tips on the net. I keep it raw and real. I'm a very, very positive person, but at the same time, I'm very real. And part of being very real, while still being positive, is calling you out on your crap, right? Because you're not going to get ahead. You're not going to turn around what's preventing you from getting ahead if you're not called out, right? And even though you don't like being called out, someone has to do it, right? That's why I'm here, right? Anyway. Also, please make sure you go below in the description and subscribe to my live streaming channel too, Coach Eli 2, Authentic Live Streams, the most positive place on the internet. I will be doing some occasional live streams on that channel coming soon. A lot of content is coming. I've just been very busy lately, and I've been trying to do what I can here on the main channel, recording these videos like the one I'm doing here today from my car while I'm out working my side hustle. Most of you by now know I work a side hustle. Working a side hustle, I mean, for the time being, I'm doing DoorDash and Uber Eats. If my phone goes off while I'm recording this, you know the drill. I will, take that order if need be and splice it up and, piece it all together, right? Anyway, let's get to today's topic here today. Today's topic is something that will completely change your life and will allow you to accomplish whatever you want in life, as long as you do these two things I tell you here today. These are the two biggest things I feel pretty much everyone struggles with, because they are the two biggest things I used to struggle with, and at times I still do, but I've gotten a hell of a lot better, and so can you, okay? These two things will turn your life around. Number one, stop making excuses, and number two, don't let other people get to you. Right? Stop making excuses, first and foremost. And number two, don't let other people get to you. Don't let other people's opinions bother you if their opinions of you are not favorable in the way you'd want them to be, right? Okay? Folks, I'm 49 years old, so I've been down this road before. I've done this song and dance many times in my life. Okay? Oh, we've got a Chipotle Chipotle from DoorDash, actually. Oh, a high-paying order. 3 miles, $9.50 to Redwood Shores. I'm all over that. Well, we're going to have to pause this and take that. Wow. Okay. It's ending up being a decent day. I've had 2 Uber Eats orders today that were great. And I had one other okay DoorDash order, and now number 2, folks. I will be right back to continue with this great topic. All right. I just delivered my last order. Chipotle, 3 miles, $9.50, over $3 a mile, no brainer. And I figured I would finish recording the rest of this video on my way back to my hotspot. It's shortly after 2 p.m. on Friday. And hopefully I get one more order. It's been an okay day. I think I'm like almost at $35 after a few hours. Not a bad start. But anyway, as I drive back, I want to continue talking about, the topic. Stop making excuses. And don't let anyone get to you. Don't let anyone's words get you down, because all you're doing is slowing yourself down from accomplishing what you deserve to accomplish. And here's the thing. When I was growing up, when I was younger, these are the things I struggled with. I used to make so many excuses because I could never admit I was wrong. And when I got into my early to mid 30s, I started to realize that, hey, part of life is learning from your mistakes. Actually, that's a big part of life. Probably the biggest part of life is learning from your mistakes and understanding that, hey, making mistakes is okay. Because how are you going to learn to not make mistakes if you don't make the mistakes so you can learn from them, right? But there are people in this world that get to my age, even in their 40s, right? I'm 49 years old. And they still struggle. They still struggle, and they make excuses to try to cover up their mistakes. Instead of just saying, hey, I fucked up, I screwed up, right? Let me take this as a lesson learned. And then in the future, when I encounter a similar situation, maybe I'll handle it differently. Maybe I won't make the same mistake twice or at least 3 or 4 times. Sometimes you're going to make the same mistake over and over again, right? But at some point, you got to learn your lesson, or you're never, ever going to be able to work through it and accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. You're going to continue struggling with the same thing. That's probably going to keep frustrating you until you figure out how to work through it, and that's up to you, right? The one thing I can't stand the most is when people know they're struggling with something, whether it's financially, whether it's, with relationships. Like, the 2 biggest things I've noticed people struggle with, and what I've struggled with in the past, is finding a great significant other, which I've found one now, and, struggling a little bit financially, which, I'm not going to say I was totally struggling financially recently, but, because of the situation with my girlfriend and her medical condition, and her not being able to work, at least for the time being, a lot of her stuff fell into my lap, and I decided to do something about it. Instead of making excuses and complaining, I decided to start doing something about it. That's why I'm doing the DoorDash and Uber Eats thing right now, to make a little extra money. And at the same time, my lady is working on other things, other income sources, and is also getting better so she can start working again within a few months. But in the meantime, the mature and responsible thing to do is to step in and say, hey, I got this, and communicate with your lady, and to not make any excuses, and to not whine and complain about it, and to just say, hey, it is what it is, right? Most people will just, make excuses, and then they'll go and talk to many people about, what they're struggling with. I just can't get a break, or, my girlfriend or boyfriend or my husband or my wife is, in this situation or whatever, and it's all falling on me, and I just, I just can't seem to get ahead, this and that. Okay. Yeah, we've all had those types of situations, and we've all dealt with things like that, but keeping yourself in that mindset is not going to rectify the problem. The only thing that's going to rectify the problem is you owning it and saying, hey, look, I'm going to stop making excuses. I'm going to stop blaming everyone else for this, including myself, and I'm going to do whatever I can to turn it around. But at the same time, if you're going to say you're going to do whatever you can to turn things around, you better do whatever you can. And if what you're doing right now currently isn't enough, you got to keep doing more until it is enough, right? So that's what I want to say about stop making excuses. Okay? Now, on the other hand, this is what kind of gets to me too, is, everyone goes through things, right? And then they reach out to their friends for help, right? And whenever people have reached out to me for help, and I legitimately try to help them, or I call them out on their bullshit so they can, take care of the issue, they get upset. They get triggered, right? They get triggered because I'm calling them out on the truth and regarding what it's going to take to fix their problem, right? Right? Okay? You have to stop letting that get to you, okay? Because if you don't want help from people, then don't tell them your problems. Don't tell people your problems or what you're struggling with if you aren't open to hearing their feedback, because why would you want to wait? Why would you waste their time, otherwise, right? Okay? And you have to also be open to suggestions and change if you're going to reach out to people for help. Let me see here. Is my little spot available? Give me a second here while I pull in and finish up this video here. Now, when you're going through things in life, legitimate things, we all go through them. Sometimes, you're going to get scrutiny from your friends or family members in the real world. Or if now that everything's gone digital, you're also going to get scrutiny online as well. Okay? You have to be open to that, and you have to understand that, and you can't let that get to you. Okay? And you can't focus too much of your time or energy on that crap. Everyone, is going to have their own opinion about things. And if you put yourself out there on social media, or if you have a group of friends and you do certain things that are out of the ordinary, right? Or you go to them for help and it's regarding something that is out of the ordinary, people are going to give you their opinion. They're going to share with you, hey, why are you doing this? Hey, you're much better than that. Hey, you know what? I've been through this before, and it was a shitty situation. Here's how I handled it. Here's my suggestion on how to handle it, right? Okay? If you're going to put yourself out there, and if you share your problems with people and you're not open to feedback, and hardcore constructive feedback that's going to help turn your life around, then just don't talk about your issues. This is the key takeaway I want to share with people here today, because this is what I've dealt with my lady and other people that I've talked with throughout the last 5, 10, 15 years of my life. Okay, if you aren't open to my feedback or other people's feedback, then don't put your problems out there, because if you're not open to the feedback, all you want to do is just have someone to vent to, right? And quite frankly, I don't want to hear any of your bullshit unless you're going to give me the opportunity on giving you feedback on how to better yourself, right? Okay, I don't want you wasting my time, just talking to me like I'm some therapist, which I'm not. Okay, I'm a coach. If you're not open to me giving you the right suggestions, it's going to get you on track. So that's that. So hope you folks got value in this video. The weekend is here. I'm releasing this video on a Saturday. Things have gotten a little bit better on the food delivery spectrum. It's really been interesting. I've been doing better on Uber Eats than DoorDash. DoorDash, I was able to reset my acceptance rate. For those of you that are DoorDash drivers out there, I reset my acceptance rate, and they're giving me priority access to orders for the next 2 weeks, despite, my acceptance rate being down to 22% again, and it hasn't made a difference. I've been getting good and bad orders regardless of acceptance rate. If anyone out there tells you acceptance rate matters, Top Dasher matters, in certain markets, it's a bunch of crap. It doesn't matter. They're going to give the order to the driver that's closest to the store and then closest to the customer, and they're going to give you orders in the ways that it makes sense for the algorithm to get them delivered as fast as possible. And these other, programs, or all these programs that DoorDash, runs, is just to lead you to believe if you take more orders, you're going to make more money. And, you're going to get higher paying orders. You got to take a bunch of crap orders to maintain those numbers. And that's why they do it. They want you taking the crap orders that most smart people like myself wouldn't take. So anyway, with that being said, folks, again, I hope you got some value here. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications here on my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas. And then also, once again, please go below in the description and subscribe to my secondary channel, Coach Eli 2, Authentic Live Streams, my live streaming channel, the most positive place on the internet. We're very positive, but we keep it real at the same time. And part of keeping it real and positive is calling you out on your shit, because if we don't call you out, then who will? Then, why even come to us for help? Why come to people for help if you're not open to the help, right? Venting your problems is not gonna fix your problems. What's gonna fix your problems is talking your problems out with someone like myself or a friend or anyone else that can help you, and being open to their feedback, right? That's that. So with that being said, have a good one, take care, and as always, be good to each other.